Hey brick fans, and welcome to the Brick Bakery, where all our jokes are half baked, and today I'm giving you my top 7 LEGO thrifting advice. Today I'll be sharing some insights into how I find used LEGO in flea markets and in thrift stores. As you might have seen on my channel, I have had some good luck finding used LEGO, and if you haven't seen that, please be sure to check out some of my haul videos. I'll share my tips on how to find used LEGO, but before we start, please remember that this is not an exact science and there's no guarantees for finding anything. Moreover, I live in Denmark, and that means LEGO might be a bit more abundant here than in other places. But with that said, this is my top 7 advice for finding used LEGO. 1. You are in for the long haul. First of all, you have to realize that thrifting for LEGO is not something that you just go out and do. It takes a good amount of patience and a bit of luck. If you visit thrift stores and flea markets just once a year, you'll have to depend on luck to find something of interest. I have 3 to 5 thrift stores and flea markets I visit regularly, about once a week. That means I'm pretty clear on what they have in their shops and stalls and know where to look to find new stuff. About 75 to 90% of the time I find nothing, but it's those 10% that can get really interesting. And it's these 10% that demands a lot of work. For an example of a lucky punch, you can check out my video LEGO haul number 5. It's linked here below and in the card in the right corner of the screen. 2. Identify potential thrifting locations. This can be done very effectively using Google and Google Maps. When I come to a new city where I haven't been before, I usually check out their thrifting possibilities and take a look at each one if I have the time. You'll want to search for both thrift stores, flea markets and flea halls. And if you know any of the names of syndicated second-hand stores like Goodwill or Red Cross, be sure to search for those too. 3. Plan a route. Once you've identified places to go, you want to plan a route to search more effectively. Your smartphone and the Google Maps app is very useful here. I distinguish between 2 types of routes. The regular route. That is the route that I can go on my way home from work and check out the shops on the go. And there are weekend routes. These are routes in towns or places where I don't come too often and probably have to take some kind of transport to get to. 4. Be ready to travel. Thrift stores, flea markets and all kinds of second-hand sales has a tendency to be spread out over a large area. Sometimes they tend to bunch together within a few blocks, sometimes even on the same square or street, but mostly they are pretty far apart. You want to be able to get there easily, so I recommend that you either plan your trip to match public transport, use a bike, or if you're really lucky, drive a car. 5. Set a goal. Don't buy everything you find. I find that the hard part of thrifting for LEGO is not necessarily finding it. The hard part is not to buy every brick you come across. In the beginning, most sets or bags of LEGO you come by will seem cheap because you're used to retail prices. The trick is to remember why you're thrifting for LEGO. Are you just trying to increase your collection of bricks? Are you looking for specific sets or specific pieces, or what? Whatever your goal is, try to remember it and stick to it. In my experience, it's all too easy to get caught up in buying stuff that I don't really need. So, I've gotten used to leaving some seemingly good deals behind. 6. Be aware of prices. Just because you find LEGO in a flea market or second-hand store doesn't mean that it's necessarily cheaper than online or in your local toy shop. I try to stay aware of market prices on the things that I want so I know what is cheap and what isn't. In a tight spot, a smartphone with internet access can help you to find out if a price is good or bad. 7. And this is important. Don't expect miracles. There are no guarantees in this. Maybe you'll never find any LEGO at all, but then you'll at least have a fun treasure hunting story to share. And maybe you'll strike gold on your first try. However, in my experience, it takes time, persistence, and a little luck to find a really good deal. And lastly, I have a bonus tip for you. Look for stuff for people you know. When you are out and about in thrift stores and on flea markets looking for second-hand LEGO, you might as well look for stuff for people you know and that they might be interested in. I found a good deal of books, toys and games that other people were very interested in, and it always makes them happy to get something, and I like to make people happy. It's a real win-win situation. So that was my 7 advice for finding used Lego in thrift stores and on flea markets. And if you have any tips of your own, please put them in the comments below so we can share the knowledge, because this is not an exact science and any tips are welcome. But that's all for me today. I hope you'll comment, like and subscribe, and hope I'll see you guys next Monday.